Hello students, welcome to Academia. Today I will discuss important trophic hormones. Generally, we know that the trophic hormones are released from the anterior pituitary and by the stimulation of what? Hypothalamus. So the hypothalamus how stimulate the pituitary gland? By releasing numerous hormone, or we can say releasing factor and also inhibitory factor. So different kinds of releasing factors which released from hypothalamus accordingly, and they stimulate the pituitary anterior portion, the cells of the pituitary, and then the trophic hormones are released. So already we have discussed about one of the trophic hormone, that is GH or STH, that is somatotrophic hormone. Now today I will show you the other trophic hormones like TSH, ACTH, GTH, Prolactin, etc. So here we start. So now TSH, the full form of TSH is thyroid stimulating hormone. There are other names like thyrotropin or thyrotrophic hormone. So these hormones released from the basophil cells of pituitary. The TSH is a glycoprotein. So this is a glycoprotein having the molecular weight of about 25,000. So this is a glycoprotein and the molecular weight is about 25,000. And it is not effective by oral administration as it is inactivated by proteolytic enzyme. So if commercially the doses are given, then it is not actively work. Now we see the actions of the TSH. So how it works? As the name reveals that it stimulates the thyroid gland. So number one is it controls in the actions the growth and activity of thyroid gland. Number one. Now the primary physiologic action of TSH is probably to stimulate the release of thyroid hormone from the intrafollicular thyroglobin. So next one, TSH increases the adenyl cyclase activity in the thyroid gland. So adenyl cyclase is an enzyme, and it also help in the accumulation of CAMP. CAMP is cyclic AMP. So this is the important actions of the TSH. This TSH secretion is under the control of hypothalamus, as I have told before. So stimulation of hypothalamus causes the release of TSH from the pituitary gland. The next hormone is ACTH, which is also known as adrenocorticotrophic hormone or adrenotrophic hormone or adrenocorticotrophin. So these synonyms are very important for the exam. So this ACTH is actually released from the basophil cells of pituitary. They are polypeptide in nature. So they are polypeptide in nature, having 39 amino acid residues. Generally, we know that when the protein is synthesized, the building blocks are amino acids. So here they have 39 amino acids. What about the molecular weight? The molecular weight is of 4,500 about. Now moving to the actions. Generally, ACTH hormone is made in the corticotroph cells of anterior pituitary. It is secreted in several intermittent pulses during the day into the bloodstream. And these hormone having the important function that it controls the growth of adrenal cortex. Number one, it controls and where the adrenal cortex is situated, the adrenal glands are present above the kidney. We have two adrenal glands which are conical shaped and they are present above our two kidneys. So the adrenal gland having the cortex part and the medulla part, the ACTH controls that adrenal cortex and synthesis of cortisol. So this is the major function. And their action on adrenal cortex is mediated through CAMP. Through CAMP. CAMP is cyclic AMP. Next, moving to the GTH or gonadotrophic hormone or gonadotrophins. So what is GTH? GTH also secreted from the basophil cells, which controls the growth and activity of the gonads. So we know that in males and females the gonads are different, and accordingly the GTH work on the gonads. The hypothalamus releases GnRH, we know that, which is a releasing factor which stimulates the pituitary for releasing of gonadotropins in pulses 1 to 2 hourly. So there are two gonadotropins. Number 1, follicle stimulating hormone FSH or follicle stimulating hormone. So this is number 1, follicle stimulating hormone. So what about the action of FSH in males as well as in females? In females, the FSH increases the number and size of Graafian follicles and prepares them for ovulation. So in every month after menstrual cycle, there is ovum production, and this process is called ovulation. So in this process, FSH helps. In case of males, they stimulate spermatogenesis. So what is spermatogenesis? That is the production of sperm. Like this, the LH also have some functions. The next gonadotrophic hormone is LH, or luteinizing hormone, or interstitial cell stimulating hormone. So the synonyms are important. How it works? So they also act on males as well as females. So in females, they complete the development of ovarian follicles to secretory stage. Generally, the follicles are in different stage to become mature. So they help in the development, and they also help in the secretion of estrogen, which is an important hormone of our body. They helping in the causes appearance, growth of corpus luteum. In ovary, they stimulate the non-germinal elements to produce androgens, testosterone, etc. So these are some important functions of LH, or luteinizing hormone, in females. In males, LH stimulates the development and functions of Leydig cell. And also the production of testicular androgens. So both the hormones, both the gonadotrophic hormones are very much important for our body and for the development and functioning of the gonads, both in male as well as in female. In the next slide, we can see the difference between the FSH and LH. Next, moving to another trophic hormone, that is prolactin, which is also known as lactogenic hormone, luteotrophic hormone, LTH, mammotrophic hormone, MH, or luteotrophin. So these synonyms are important. So this is also a peptide hormone having 198 amino acid, and they also having their structure some disulfide bridges. They are secreted actually during pregnancy and lactation in case of women. They have the molecular weight is about 25,000. So moving to the actions of prolactin. So number 1, they are responsible for the lactation in the postpartum woman, that is after delivery. They help in the production of milk in the mammary gland. Number 2, it stimulates slightly the proliferation of the glandular elements of mammary glands during the pregnancy, and thus helps to complete the development of breasts. So generally LH helps in initiating the lactogenesis rather than maintaining the milk secretion. So they initiate the process of the secretion. Growth or somatotrophic and thyroid hormones help in the maintenance of the secretion of the milk. The level of prolactin increases during the night period. Next point, they helps in the maintenance of secretory activity of corpus luteum and secretion of progesterone. So this is about the major actions of the prolactin. So all the hormones I discussed today, starting from the TSH, ACTH, GTH and prolactin, all having their own actions and also having the regulations through which their activities are controlled. So in this video we just discussed the physiological functions and some features of these trophic hormones. Hope you students can understand these properly. If you have any problem, any question, you can ask or can comment in the comment box. Thank you so much.